Hey Virgo. Virgo. I've been getting your energy a lot. Today I was the past couple days I've just been dealing with people not being efficient, right? And if you want something done efficiently, ask a Virgo. And these people are just, it's frustrating to witness other people just not doing what they're supposed to do, right? As simple as their task is, they complicate it. So you could be dealing with people who are close to you, or people in work as well, right? This is a divine union reading, but career is always part of that, right? Your divine path is all about your purpose in this incarnation, your divine calling, and your divine union is just the culmination of the perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy, right? So the individuals have to figure out their own divine balance of masculine and feminine energy, and then when they do, everything kind of clicks together, and a lot of that your career choice and career path plays a role in. So yeah, it could be in work. Yeah, but Pisces, we have the hangman here, but I was thinking, that's your polar sign, right? They're your polarity, and I don't know a Pisces or a Virgo that has not or is not currently dealing with the other. So you could be dealing with a Pisces who's maybe they're taking a long time to get it together, or your person could just be in that energy of like not moving, not making a decision, not making a choice. Ten of Pentacles, the moon, more Pisces energy, also Cancerian energy, but mostly getting that lack of clarity. You could feel slighted. Okay, I guess I'm gonna spit all over your reading. You could feel slighted by somebody, or maybe deceived. I was listening to this song on the... Leave it. The neighbors are getting inspections done, so they have roofers up on top, inspectors up on the roof, and I keep 4 dogs, and then the rear neighbors are doing yard work. Oh, I already shuffled this. Well, we're gonna go for 6 for love anyway. That's kind of been a theme. You could be dealing with the Cancer as well with that moon energy. Oh, and the Chariot popped out. So you could be dealing with Cancer, or you want somebody to, you could be moving, or you want somebody to make a move. Somebody make a move. Emperor. Ooh, damn, with the Emperor and the Empress. Somebody's making a move, or there's a standoff, but I feel like the standoff is behind you or nearly behind you. It won't be long. What is that? P.S. I love you. Okay, so the song that I was listening to on my walk home was from, I was walking errands and just dealing with nonsense, right? Like back to back of just people being inefficient. And also something with loyalty. And so there's a song by the artist Clever titled Loyalty. And so you want to listen to that. But one of the lines is, sometimes loyalty comes with a lawyer fee. So you could be somebody, maybe you're going through a divorce, or your person's going through a divorce, there's some type of separation, there's some type of something with the justice system. something with the law, something with fees, right? Maybe just financial fees or energetic fees, right? Something that you have been loyal to is costing you more than it should have because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. These cards are reflective because they're gold, and so sometimes they catch reflections and I can't tell if something has flipped. It did, okay. Ace of Pentacles. That's why nothing else is coming out. Yeah, money. There's something about money. Well, money is just a physical representation of wealth, health, wellness, stability, security, right? So you could be feeling insecure. It's underneath the Five of Pentacles. So if you're coming out of this place, if you haven't just come out of it, you're about to just come out of it, right? You're about to flip it and stop, right? Because when you're in this Five of Pentacles energy, it's easy to feel like the victim. When somebody has slighted you or somebody that you have invested in, something that you have invested in turns out to not be investment worthy in whatever way, kind of falls apart, foundation sort of crumbles, like you could have had something done on your house, right? You could have had somebody do work on your house, and they just did a shit job, and it's, you could have a service, something that you just paid for, and maybe it's somebody you know, and so yeah, maybe there was kind of it wasn't, they could be professional or they could be, experienced in this work, but it's like they, you didn't pay the full price or something. Like maybe they cut you a deal, it was a friend of a friend, word of mouth type thing, and so you guys maybe cut some corners that would not normally be cut if you had just paid full price, or you went with somebody that you didn't know, and because you thought, we're cool here, right? There's a loyalty here, there's a friendship here, I know we're friends of friends, or we're mutual friends, we're linked somehow, and so it was almost like that good old boy word, my word is my bond, and their bond was broken, their word was broken. Now that could be in a relationship with a divine union reading, that could be in work, right? Maybe you got laid off from work, maybe your hours got cut, maybe something where you've invested time, energy, and there was a pay cut, something had to come out of your paycheck, maybe there was some sort of fee that you had to pay, increase in taxes or something that you had to pay on, where you thought you were maybe safe and secure with someone or something, some entity, and that was not the case, right? And Virgos are really about fairness. Things need to be fair, and injustices, right, are just they're lasting for a Virgo. And because you guys are mutable energy, and because you guys are perfectionists, going back out into the world, the world, whether it be the workforce or love, it's going to be, the moon tells you got clarity, right? You sort of have to you're sort of at the moon's beck and call, right? Pretty woman, beck and call girl. Richard Gere is a Virgo, I believe. But there's this beck and call type thing, and where you sort of just feel you've been at the whim of other people, other forces, and you feel like a puppet, and you're about to cut those strings, or you just have recently cut the strings, and this is just a confirmation, and then all this good shit's about to happen. Not that this not that lack is necessarily bad shit, it's just, you know, it doesn't feel great. So, but it's all part of it, because you're going from the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, right? This is a partnership. This is this next person, this next career move, this next entity that you invest in. As long as you, have learned the lessons from what you've learned, which I think if you're in this reflective place, also with the moon is sort of reflective energy, this Eight of Cups as well, this is moving away from that Hangman energy. You could have been in the Hangman energy as well, right? Where you're, a lot of times that's what we do. We shift in and out of our polarity energy. And so you're more supervisory role and getting shit done and getting it done right. And the Hangman is more, all right, show me where to go. I don't know. Even though you showed me, I'm still not sure. There's a timid energy about that. About, not in general, but that's what I'm getting from this Hangman energy. And kind of, Piscean energy can be very reluctant. Like a fish can be very reluctant. Actually, I had a dream about a bunch of fish. I was moving them from one aquarium to another because the other aquarium, the light in it started to overheat and was boiling them. And so they were dying. So I had to get them out quickly and move them into the other one. And I currently have two fish, like Pisces, but I currently have two fish. And in this, there were tons of them. They had spawned and made a bunch of different type of fish. So, yeah, when you come out of that, it's almost like if you sit too long in a place, right, you're going to boil. And what is that kind of, if you boil crabs or lobsters alive, because people do, when they're in the pot, you turn it on, they're in the pot. You don't put them into the boiling water, but they don't know that they're boiling. Why is this so fucking hard for me to put into words? It's incremental, right? As the temperature raises, they don't realize it until they're already boiling, and then by then it's so quick. So it's almost, shit or get off the pot, which is such a trashy phrase from my childhood. But that's sort of that energy, whereas you've maybe been in this energy for a long time. You could have been waiting for somebody else to get in this energy, and Virgo's very much like, I'm just gonna do it myself, right? It might take them a while to do something because they are perfectionists and because they know once they do it, they're gonna do it right. And so there's a lot of energy that has to go into that, right? And like the Virgo, leave it. Thank you, that final little, fuck you. Talk back. Virgins, they wait. They understand that there's like a sacred energetic exchange. When they lose their virginity, it's gone forever. And so they're going to wait for the right person. So the virgin is very, there's a sanctity in her waiting, in their waiting. And so that could be where you've just been observing, you've just been watching, reluctant, kind of fearful and trepidatious and wary about what's going on around you, because the last time was did not serve you very well, right? It put you into this energy, it put you into this lack, it put you into something that was just really toxic, lower vibration. You probably doubted a lot about the people around you, about what to do next. And if you have the energy to give to the next thing, the next job, the next person in your life, Excuse me. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles, and this is you leaving that behind, and this is emotional fulfillment, right? But there's Pentacles as well, so this is going to be love, this is going to be stability, this is the whole damn package. That's what the Emperor and the Empress are. They are the culmination of all the kings, all the queens, all the energies and modalities. All right, and between them is the Chariot. So somebody's coming to somebody. There's this kind of energy of somebody is moving towards somebody, right? The masculine is going to come towards the feminine. So whichever you relate to, either you are the masculine and you are about to get moving towards your Empress, or you're the Empress and just keep the faith. Your Emperor, if they were in this energy here, they're coming, right? They're getting off the pot, okay? Because these are such fun cards, but they are reflective and they are slippery. Slippery little suckers. Pretty Woman again. I haven't seen that in a while, but I did just watch Closer with Julia Roberts, and I started watching Duplicity. I'm taking all of my DVDs and I'm recording them, like ripping them digitally, so that way I can lose that weight of DVDs and just have all my movies on file. But the last time I did that, last time I had I had decades of movies and music on an external hard drive, and then it just stopped working. I still have the hard drive, and I will get it hacked at some point and hopefully get that information off. But oh man, it was really heartbreaking, because I had a lot of music and niche stuff I had shared with other people, gotten from other people when I was in the military. You know, when you're out there, you just kind of exchange it, and so you get an insight into everybody's world outside of the uniform that you all look the same in. You get this sort of insight into what a person's really made of. So music and movies can be really important to you. But yeah, it was like the last time that I had done all this work and downloaded all this stuff, and I had edited and saved, and I ripped all of my CDs onto this hard drive, and then I lost it all. So there was this sort of, I lost something that I invested a lot of time, energy, and emotions into, because, you know, music's everything to me. So this is fixed energy, the Wheel of Fortune. It's right. Let's tell them what they've won, right? Behind door number 1, Ace of Pentacles. It's coming in. Your security and your stability is coming in, and it's big, and it's the whole package. All right, I feel like you just dealt with some of the package in every scenario that you've been in, and this is in family relationships, friendships. This is in romantic relationships, career path stuff. Anybody that you have paid to do a service. Anything that you have invested in has just felt like incomplete, insufficient funds, right? Insufficient funds. It's the Five of Pentacles. So that could be literal. You know, you could be dealing with an insufficient funds situation. Maybe because you lost your job, or you left your job because it was so unfulfilling. And you just got to a breaking point, or you got out of a relationship, or if you were getting divorced, there could be, right? Sometimes loyalty comes with a lawyer fee. There was some kind of payout that you had to, some kind of debt that you had to incur, whether it be monetary, energetic, emotional. There was some type of debt that you incurred, and the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. The divine union, the divine balance is coming in to say, here it is. Can we deal with Capricorn? Because I'm getting 2 of Pentacles here, because the balance. All right, so that's pretty clear cut. Wow. It's the fastest reading I've done yet. I'm making up for Pisces, because Pisces I did over double time. But that was heavy energy, that Piscean energy, that hangman energy, third eye was blocked, not being able to see the future, not being able to see the present even, just very blocked energy. So you could have Pisces placements, or again, could be dealing with a Pisces, or as your polarity. Sometimes that's what happens when we're on the divine path. That's what our polar sign is there for. It's not necessarily a shadow aspect, but it is a challenging aspect, right? I'm a Taurus minus Scorpio, and so I get knocked into that sort of death, Plutonian endings and beginnings, and I feel like with all these endings, I don't even know how to begin. And trying to get a bull, once a bull's going, they're unstoppable, but getting them started is a challenge. So needing that kind of self-starting energy. So for you guys, it's, you know, you're just different, and you're different energies out of, I mean, you're both the feminine aspects of mutable energy, as your modality being mutable. You're both, water and earth are both feminine aspects, right? And so, and then mutable energy is, because fixed is earth, cardinal is fire, and then mutable can be air or water, right? So it's sort of, which air is masculine and water is feminine. So it can really be that's why it flows really easily and can be very accommodating to the point of self-sacrifice, right? And being sort of depleted and draining and just sort of waning like the moon, just waning away. And then what happens at the end of the waning is you have the new moon. You can't see that sucker. And then it starts to wax again, right? The wax builds up. And, you know, then you can make some candles to illuminate your way for the next period of darkness. And that's here. You got the Four of Wands. So this is marriage, this is union, this is balance of Wands energy. So if you've been in a period of darkness, lack of clarity, just feeling kind of like, I don't know where this is going, challenged by your own divine balance of masculine and feminine energy, like, should I stay, should I go, right? Masculine is active, feminine is not inactive, but feminine is more, a hermit is quite reclusive, right? There's a lot of opportunity for reflection. Some people go into hermit mode and they don't do any reflection, and then they're just, you know, yelling at the neighborhood kids to get off their porch kind of thing. But you've been given this opportunity to really do this reflection and really evaluate and observe, right? That's where this can be a benefit. It's challenging to look at things from a different angle when you're the recluse as well. Earlier today when I was on the phone dealing with the nonsense that I was dealing with, a spider, it was not a recluse, thankfully, but a spider crawled across my neck. And the spider is, I associate with the High Priestess, which is another major arcana for Pisces, right? And they create this web, they're very creative, and but that takes precision, right? That takes perfectionists. They're just incredible at how they can rebuild as well, because they, you know, sometimes they don't put their webs in the smartest places, and that's only smart according to me. Like, they didn't know I was going to walk through that place, but sometimes they, you know, they get torn down, but how quickly they rebuild, and then you look at it and it's this masterpiece. And when I was a kid with my Virgo sister, we used to spray paint old webs and then put them on black paper. And so we would have, or put them on white paper if you spray paint on black, but you know, you just spray paint the web and then you capture it, you put the paper through it, and it's just a work of art. So what you're about to do, there's something, maybe you are going to be doing some kind of entrepreneurship, and you're going to be collaborating with this person, an emperor and an empress. I mean, that That's the pair. This Emperor is coming in. I mixed these up, and now the Emperor is right next to the Empress. So, okay, so if you've been in this place where you've been waiting, you've been in hermit mode, and you're just feeling like your luck isn't going to change, this fortune isn't coming in, this divine fortune, right? This abundance. It's easy to get into a place of lack and victim mentality. And now you've got the victor, and the victor is like, I mean, you could be dealing with somebody named Victor. Your name could be Victor, but the victor is like the triumphant. There's almost like a knight energy coming in to save the day. I get this white knight on a horse, and that was also in the Pisces reading. There's a lot of white horse images, and like they were wanting to be saved, or they were wanting to be the savior. Like they want to be, and that's very common with Pisces. Like they have this quality where almost this angelic quality to them, right? This archangel type quality. So this person is going to feel quite angelic to you, and you probably feel angelic to them, right? You guys are going to it's going to feel so like a movie, right? It's going to feel like you made each other out of thin air. And here you are, and you're everything the other could want, and you're both quite perfectionists because you wait until the time is right. Pisces can wait a little bit longer. They're not as much of a self-starter as you are, as Virgos are. So that union of mutable feminine energy can have kind of a masculine energy to it. It can have a masculine edge to it, where it can start up, but I think only when you guys come together, right? And then you can make wands, right? Only when you guys see the two moons coming together, then you can come together and make fire, baby. It's going to be very passionate. It's going to be quite intense, and it's going to feel like the first time, even if it hasn't been, right? And then, so the Tower is ending in the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this has been a very slow process. But you want it done right, you gotta take your time. Oh, this dog energy. And dogs are loyal, to a fault. So, yeah, you could have just stayed somewhere longer. There's that Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Again, you've got water and earth, right? So there could be something in the Pisces reading for you. You're in almost 2 hours of time to work with, so just click anywhere and see what hits you. But this is just the divine feminine balance, right? Of the two divine elements. And you guys are going to make wands, right? You're going to work together. You're going to create. That's what wands are, right? It's that magic. You're going to create something that feels magical together. And you two can do that because you are the divine counterparts of each other. And then air is inspiration. And it's like the inhale and the exhale. You guys are going to be the inhale to each other's exhale, back and forth. And it's going to be so reciprocal. And you've been waiting lifetimes for this moment. This is why you incarnated. I'm surprised there isn't a star here, but there is star energy. There's angelic energy here because this is just so perfect from going from hell to heaven. It's like lack, ending of lack, and then a new beginning into this. And then you have right here, this world you create. And see, this is kind of like that fear, devilish energy. See, they've got this little devil toy. It's one of the chess pieces, I think. But they're sort of like, boo-hoo, I didn't win, right? Because Michael banishes Lucifer. He's not having that shit. And so, yeah, you could have a very toxic ex, and that energy really kind of stained you, and then this new person is going to come in and is going to banish that energy. It's going to banish that demonic energy, because it feels like a demonic possession, right? When you get there could be STDs involved, right? That will really put you in a lack mentality, and that is like an energetic, like a sexual possession, right? Because that energy, even if they're out of your space, you can never get rid of them, right? They're gonna just linger there. I'm not specific, but that's a lot of times that's what a demonic possession can feel like. And even if they just that narcissistic vampiric energy, it drains you in such a way that's refilling that cup, getting that Ace of Cups back, is a lot of work, right? A lot of work in that hermit mode. So it's that feminine work. It's that shadow work. It's digging down to the trenches, going through all your skeletons, going, why did I attract this person? Why did I love this person? Why did I invest in that person? Which is more, that's the better question than why did they do this to me, right? It's like, why does a mosquito bite you? Why does a tick, get up in your groin and just have its fill in your femoral blood? Why? Because it's in their nature. They're just parasites. And so if you were in that victim mentality of like, why did this happen to me? I'm not a piece of shit. I'm a good person. I invested. I was loyal. And this is what I get for it. But you had to be put through that. It was part of the divine plan, because you had to be in that hermit mode. You had to feel the depths of your suffering so that you could recognize heaven, right? Because one thing, a little flaw in the idea of perfection is that it's subjective, it's relative, it doesn't exist. So people often throw that out there. Virgos require perfection, and Pisces never feels like they're perfect enough. They never feel good enough. Never say never, always whatever, but take it as you will. That has been my observations of the signs, is that energetically they never feel quite enough. And so you really needed to feel that polarity. You needed to feel that you weren't enough, so you could be easier on yourself and have that nurturing feminine. You could have maternal issues, right? You didn't have a nurturing parent who made you ever feel good enough. And so if you're a Virgo who's already a perfectionist by nature, and then you have somebody that's telling you you're less than, you're not enough, then you really get stuck in that. And then that's what you attract. You attract exactly what confirms that lie to make it true, because we like to be right. Humans like to be right. We need to see things around us that confirm what we already know so that we're right. So even if what we feel is right and what we know to be true is somebody else's lie, then we're still going to try and confirm it, right? We're still going to attract people who are emotionally unavailable. We're still going to sabotage connections that, could probably be healthy learning experiences, right? They wouldn't maybe be as tumultuous, but sometimes we shake that shit up because we don't feel like we deserve something like that. So obviously, I don't believe in missed opportunities. I feel like if you did that, if you sabotage that, that person was put on your path because the divine knows that you need to sabotage some stuff so that you can realize it. And that's part of the other person's learning experience as well. And so I don't feel like there's no regrets here, no regrets, right? You're not going back and going, oh, maybe if I had learned this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have treated this person poorly, or I wouldn't have attracted that person. No, all that needed to happen. Everything happens for a reason. So you didn't miss anything. There was a lot of regret in the Pisces reading. I feel like they just, they're really struggling. If you know a Pisces in any way, just reach out to them. Check on your Pisces friends. Always check on your Pisces friends. And all right, so the Six of Swords here is, this is taking that inspiration, taking that breath. Your breath could have really been sort of, if you're in hermit mode and you're really closed up in your dark corners, the hermit in this deck here is kind of what I'm picturing. They're under a bridge and there's a dead fish next to them. So that just makes sense. But it's, that they look like a troll under a bridge, but they're like a golem under the bridge. They're just emaciated. So your health could have really declined. You could have issues with breathing, right? With the cups, you could have maybe not been hydrating, or you could have been drinking a lot, right? Because you were depressed, and alcohol is a depressant, so it's just going to continue that. So you could have dealt with that, and you're getting out of that. You're getting out of all this, right? Or you just have recently gotten out of it, and this is your confirmation. Keep going, and everything did happen for a reason, no matter how shitty, because that's what's going to be part of your counterpart's journey as well, is that all of these flaws, all of these imperfections are going to come together, and that's what's going to make you click. That's what's going to make you guys divinely meant for each other, and that's what's going to make you feel like, oh, I'm safe to be here, and I don't have to be anything different, and I'm enough. I'm more than enough. For this person, I am completely perfect as I am. Scars and flaws and all, like all of it is what they have been looking for, because that's the only type of perfection that could understand their imperfections, and likewise, right? So this is that kind of risk. There could be a kid involved, but you definitely are going to be creating together. With the wands in the air, that isn't here, that's what's coming. That's what you guys are making, right? You have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands, but lots of aces, new energy. My divine readings, I don't read for past energy. So this is not, oh, maybe I should reach out to so-and-so. No, they're in the past, right? Like Rafiki. It doesn't matter, it's in the past. You don't want to go back to a lesson that you've already learned, okay? And there's nothing that can be tweaked that would make that any different. It needed to be exactly the way it was at that time in your life and in their life for your own individual journeys, right? So, love and let go. Wish them well on their journey, and then, continue on your own. Because what's coming, and it was hard to imagine through all the shit that you've been through, but what is coming for you it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's so much better than you ever thought you were worthy of. It's there aren't even words for it. It's heaven. It's going to be the most perfect. You never could have imagined it, right? You called it in because you created it. So maybe when you could imagine back as a child, you maybe saw this for yourself, but then through your upbringing and through all the hardships and poor investments and, you know, fallen pyramid schemes that you went through, you forgot, like you forgot how to even dream this big. But this is the masculine rescuing that feminine. We're in that yellow. You could have Leo in your chart as well. Leo, I mean, obviously, but that's solar plexus, so you're getting, this is going to be like that shuddering breath where you shake out that trauma, you shake out the weight, like shake it off, Florence and the Machine, you know, beautiful band as well, or artist. I mean, yeah, there's the Machine, but really, I mean, Florence is kind of what we come for, I think. But anyway, I don't know what her sign is. But she just dances so freely, and her music really inspires you to move your body, right? Maybe you haven't danced in a long time, dancing, but you guys are going to dance. This is going to be you guys without strings. You and your partner are going to just be dancing on the full moon like, ha ha, I've got no strings to hold me down. And all these swords, yeah, like this is them coming in with these swords, the 6 of Swords. 6 is the number of love. They're coming in and they're cutting all your strings, right? The divine masculine is going to cut all the strings off the divine feminine. And the sun, right, the back of these cards, this is what it's going to be like. It's going to be a perfect mirror of you. It's going to be so reflective. It's going to be so bright and shiny and golden, and your heart space is going to glow green, 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 green. Like green's coming back together. You guys are going to grow together. The unbreakable vow, but in a good way. So, but this is your, yeah, look at your greenhouse. Kind of looks like a fish too. Like a little, but this is going to be, and it kind of looks like a spider web going up. Yeah, this person is going to be very intuitive, of course. I mean, you're intuitive, and it's going to be your counterpart. You guys have been observing the same nonsense all around you, the same lack of loyalty, lack of respect for time, for energy, for love, and just the devaluing of society. There's a lot of that going on, and you both have been through that, and so you're both going to King of Cups and Strength. Again, Leo energy, so yeah, you could be dealing with a Leo, but there's definitely heart space and solar plexus are going to just fucking ignite. And this has been a long time coming. Like you've probably been tired of being strong, right? It just becomes, you know, keep going, just keep going, just keep swimming, Dory the fish. Sometimes it's just nice to forget, and that could be where like the drinking or any kind of substance could come in. You just want to forget, and this person is going to make you remember. King of Cups. This person, 43 on the clock. This person is going to make you remember who you always were, and your whole yellow and green. I'm just seeing yellow and green, some red strokes here for that passion. A lot of passion. You guys are going to just like burn your own world. Right? And dance in the ashes. It's going to be beautiful. You guys are just, you're mirroring each other. Oh, I'm so relieved for you. This is beautiful energy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to checking back in. And then, yeah, if you have any feedback on any of this, if any of this relates where you're at in this timeline, right, with the infinity symbol above strength. That's your own divine infinite cycle, right? And I feel like you are breaking it. That's what the divine path leaders are. That's what we do here. We break cycles, right? Because that other shit doesn't work for us. So this is a whole new cycle, and I'm just very excited for both of you. All right? So we'll talk again soon. I wish you well.